Welcome back to Easter Road, where it's Hibernian 0, Hearts 0 at half-time in the Edinburgh Derby. Michael Stewart and HibsvHearts10March2013HalfTime with me now. Mixu, what are your thoughts on the first half in this game?
Plenty of chances, or half chances. Goal-mouth action. It's been lively. It's been almost exactly what we anticipated before the match. Hibs have been pretty direct, trying to find Griffiths. Hearts, on the other hand, they rely on their front pairing, and they're linked up together, well together. This promises a good second half.
What were the happier of the two managers, do you feel?
Well, I think we heard Gary Locke there just speaking to Luke before going in at half time, and I think he hit the nail on the head that Hearts started the game brightly. The two strikers up front caused a lot of problems for the Hibs defence, like Mixu had said, that the physicality, one's going and challenging for the ball, and the second one was getting onto a lot of the knockdowns, and it allowed Stevenson to come on and support as well. But as the game progressed, Hibs started to turn the screw a little bit. We saw the possession stats there towards the end of the first half, and I think that spoke volumes, the fact that they were, 75%. So within the first half, there's definitely been a phase at the start for Hearts, and at the end, the Hibs manager will be happy with how his team came back into it.
Now, Hearts in the last derby on January played one up front at home, which caused a great deal of controversy among the supporters. They've got two up front today. Are they getting a return for that already, albeit not yet in goals?
Well, those Sutton and Go, they've linked up well together. They've been a threat to Hibs defence all the time. Mehdi Tawel, on the other hand, in the supporting role from inside midfield, has been, for my liking, a little bit too deep. It would be better if he makes those darting runs, even beyond strikers every now and then, to cause more havoc and more options to Sutton for a knockdown or link-up play.
Should Danny Wilson have scored this?
Oh, definitely. I think that we were talking about this in the studio at half-time, and Mixu, being prolific in the air as he was talking about he should be going back across the goals rather than twisting his body there.
Yeah, never turn. That's the secret in those situations. Never turn, because the momentum of the ball takes the ball wide, and that's exactly what happens there. You should always go to the corner where the ball comes from. That's the corner that the goalkeeper comes from as well, so it's more difficult for the keeper. Okay, Hibs had cover there on a goal line, but Close save. Yes, definitely.
I made a point at the start of the game when I asked you about getting Griffiths into this game. He's only got one derby goal from 7.5 derby appearances now. Why is he not getting enough of the ball? Is he slightly detached up there?
I think, we see here it's Lee Griffiths. He makes that great run in between the full-back and the centre-half, but we see, there's no support. The midfield are far too deep, lack of support up to him. He always makes those good runs in behind, but he doesn't get the support.
So what's the problem in midfield?
Yes, if we stop it there. Well, it's not really a problem. But obviously, Hibs. One criticism that Hibs have received this season is they play the ball from the defence all the way over the top, the opponent's defence over the top for Griffiths. Okay, it's working. So if you stop it there. Now we need to go back a little bit. But you can see Claros near the centre circle. He doesn't make any move. Yeah, keep going back. There. And Lewis Stevenson, he's looking that ball over the top. Claros doesn't make any move close to the centre circle in that hole there. There would be a good pass into midfield, but that would allow then for Hibs midfielders to get a little bit closer to Lee Griffiths. Possibly get the ball higher up the midfield and pass balls through the opponent's defence for Lee Griffiths from there. It would be much more dangerous for the opponent. It would be much more effective. It would have more control on the pass. And like in this situation, Hearts defenders read the game really well, and nothing came out of it.
It adds an extra pass in there, like Mix was saying, that rather than playing a deep ball from far too far back, the Hearts defence can see it. Adding the extra pass in there in the midfield allows them to get further up the pitch.
Okay guys, the second half is coming up next. Pat Fenlon then up against Gary Locke. Fenlon yet to win a derby game in the league, and Gary Locke never lost one of 10 in derby games as a player. The second half is next.